Don't wish this on your worst enemy. The pain hits differently. Those were the words that accompanied the caption, "A date with the dentist." I remember sharing this on Instagram and on my WhatsApp status and receiving a few messages of support. I did it not for the gram, though the experience was too good to keep to myself. But I did it because the doctor had looked at me that morning at the clinic and said, "But why?" The fact that the why had so many meanings was the bone of contention. I could see the doctor's reaction and body language gradually transforming into an unimpressed African mother. And of course, if I wasn't an adult and paying for what was about to happen to me, a slap would have followed. The way she quickly dropped the tools and stared at me for a few seconds as if I had committed the world's worst crime was a sign that something was seriously wrong. Hi, my name is Uncle Don, and you are listening to This Thing in the Mud. This is my little experience at the dental clinic last week. For the records, I clean my teeth twice a day, and none of the foregoing implies that I am not concerned about personal hygiene. What else can a man do? It was my first visit to the dentist, and I guess that was the source of the doctor's annoyance. A calm, soft-spoken lady with face mask wrapped around her face, and when she spoke, I had to ask again because I couldn't hear her properly. According to the doctor, my tooth was infected, and 2 of my bottom teeth had to be extracted. I didn't even raise an objection when she asked me if I wanted to do a scan for confirmation. "Oh, by all means, doctor, go ahead," because I knew how much pain I was going through at the point. She sent me to a junior dentist to have my teeth cleaned first. But when I walked into the room, this girl was singing along to a Nigerian Afrobeat song, almost dancing, unconcerned about who was coming next. To her, it was just another slaughterhouse for humans. I sat with the junior dentist while she maneuvered a small piece of equipment inside my mouth, going back and forth on the side of my teeth. I must say that these people do an excellent job for caring for their patients. You would not believe the number of people who were waiting to see a doctor because they had a tooth infection or a toothache. You see, after finishing with the junior dentist, it was time to extract the infected teeth. And boy, this was the real deal. I went back to the senior doctor and she instructed me to lie flat, face the light, and open my mouth wide so she could see. "This will cause some discomfort," she said to me, "but it will not kill you." Man, I felt terrible being instructed like that. But, well, of course, I am a man, and even though I've heard horror stories about people removing their teeth and the pain that goes along with it, I couldn't be bothered because I knew Anastasia would do the trick for me. All I wanted was to get the bloody teeth out. But then she began doing things like piercing a needle inside my gums and injecting it with God knows what of a bloody thing. Oh, before I knew and found out that was the Anastasia that I was hoping for. And then she started filling up a particular spot that had an opening, a process I would have to check back in 3 weeks. It was the first Anastasia, she said. The first one went smoothly, but she warned me that the second one would be a bit painful. Man, I almost bit the needle because it felt like a spear was piercing through my marrow. The last one took a toll on my cheek, and I could immediately feel a swelling on one side of my cheek. Yes, now it was time to dig in. The doctor took 2 pieces of metal, one the shape of a spoon and the other in the shape of a plier. Something terrible was about to happen. For the next 20 minutes, all I could hear was, "Open, open wide. Don't bite me, oh, don't bite my hand, open." And I sounded like a grown man mourning and clinging to life while the excavation continued. Finally, the bastard was out, and I felt like being through hell and back. The doctor was constantly asking me if I was in discomfort. She said I had great resistance for Anastasia. Man, for the love of God, I am in pain. And she was taken aback when I said that. I could see it in her eyes that she felt like after 3 doses, I wouldn't feel a thing. I left the hospital feeling dizzy with a bag of drugs that I had to consume for 7 days. I have vowed to be much nicer to this thing called teeth because the pain hits differently. This story is to let you know the importance of checking every part of your body so you don't end up suffering like me. Even if it's a week low, the day it hits you, you would be as uncomfortable as a man with a hot shit. Trust me. And so, let it not be that I came and told my life story without giving you tips. Again, these are the steps to maintain a healthy teeth and gum. 1. Floss at least once per day. 2. Brush your teeth twice a day with a soft bristle toothbrush. 3. Use fluoride toothpaste. Yes, this one actually works. 4. Replace your toothbrush every 3 months or sooner if needed. Eat a healthy diet. You are less likely to get gum diseases if you eat healthy food. Alright? And avoid sweet and sweetened drinks. I am trying to get myself out of this too, and I promise I'm going to do it. Do not smoke. Smokers have more teeth and gum problem than non-smokers. And finally, schedule regular checkups with your dentist, at least every 6 months. Man, this is what they told me, and I'm trying to keep to it. And with these few words of mine, have sense, my dear. And that is what is in the mud. Ciao. If you enjoyed this week's episode of This Thing in the Mud, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and where you get all your podcasts from. Like and drop me a comment at Uncle Don on Twitter and on Instagram. See you next week. All my love.